Hey everybody, after a decade of talking about home security, we wanted to create a very short series of videos that has to do with some simple tips that you can use to increase your home security. All right, let's talk deception. Criminals use it, you can use it as well, and I'll give you a couple of tips here so that you can have a little bit of deception of your own to make your home a harder target and cause that criminal, would-be criminal if you will, of looking elsewhere and finding an easier home to target. So, little deception, we talked about cameras, and just to review a little bit of that, even having a physical round object that looks like a camera hanging outside your house will be a deterrent, right? So that's the deception part. Having a beware of dog sign hanging on the fence is a deceptive technique if you don't own a dog, or you've got a little dog that really doesn't do much, still be aware of them, right? So, and this is more for like your taller fence. If you've got a little short fence or a cyclone fence, someone can obviously see there's no dog back there, or maybe they're just not sure if it's in the house and you have a dog door. Either way, it can be a deterrent even if you have a low see-through fence. So don't think that just because I don't have a tall fence that someone can see over, that's the only way that I can use a beware of dog sign. You can use it for everything. Like it's a big deal. So putting those, especially if you have a corner lot, put one over here too. Let everybody coming from the street see it. Put one over here on this fence. Put one over here on this fence. If this is open to the public, put one there too. It really just depends on what your field of view is. So for this house, there's a house right next door to it. Don't need one over here. I would put it right on the front gate here. Same here, same here. So the other thing you can do is front door. We talked about little deception with a little pair of boots here. Someone thinks somebody wears big old combat boots is living at home. They probably don't want to mess with that house. That can be a deterrent in itself. So just things like that can help. Most people are conditioned now to see Ring doorbells and Nest doorbells, so a doorbell camera is a great deterrent. I mean, used to be you would catch UPS guys doing something stupid or mail people, whatever. So now people see that and they go, oh, I gotta act good here because I know I'm on camera and I know they could be watching. So that's kind of the big deal with that, right? So even having a camera that doesn't work here on the front door, let's say it broke or something like that, just have it there. Even if it broke, don't even worry about taking it off, right? Hopefully you have a working doorbell that is providing you footage. However, even that can be a deterrent. So those are a few simple deception techniques that you can use. There's many others, but those are just a few that are a good thing to have on your home to increase your security. Okay, one last thing that I wanted to say, and this is a big one, and I'm kind of saving the best for last a little bit. However, lighting on a home is a huge deal, and most people, they don't even turn on their outside lights at night, and it makes me cringe when I see neighborhoods where a lot of neighbors are doing that, because just because your neighbors don't do it, if you start doing it, other neighbors will start. It's monkey see, monkey do with lighting, trust me. So if you have exterior illumination, whether that's a motion detection light or whether that's just a constant on light that stays on, timers are a huge thing. So if you have exterior fixtures like this, you might be thinking, oh, there's nothing I can do to have any kind of automation or timer. Well, that's not true. You can actually buy a wall switch that is a timer, and you don't have to get super automation, home kit, anything like that. You can actually just buy a manual, programmable digital switch that replaces the on-off switch on the inside, and it's very simple to wire in. It's not super complicated. You don't need to be a super handyman electrician to do it. It's fairly low key in terms of what you can do to your home. Hopefully you don't get too intimidated by it. But you can program that, and now every day at a certain time, your outside lights can come on and you never have to think about them again. Put LED bulbs in there. Don't worry about the electricity usage. Trust me, it is not a lot of electricity your home is using every night to keep those lights on until the sun comes up. So mine right now in this time zone, in the central time zone, I have them come on at they turn off I'm thinking of the morning. So they turn off about 6:45 in the morning, and they come back on again at 7:45 p.m. 8:45 p.m. or so, right? So time changes. You may have to get in there and mess with them a little bit, but really, when it's dark outside and you can't see, that's when you want the lights on. So just look at your time zone, look at the times that lighting is happening in your neighborhood. Don't waste it. There's no point in leaving them on if it's bright outside and everybody can see. However, that alone can be a huge deterrent for your home. Like, nobody wants to try to get into a home that's lit up, right? So the more light that you can have, the better at night, in my opinion. But motion detection lights are great. However, if a criminal sees those, they could get spooked, they might not get spooked. They already may be so far into coming into your house at that point when the motion light kicks on that this doesn't even faze them, they just keep going. So that's why I like kind of constant on exterior illumination. Nothing wrong with motion lights. I like those too. I think it's a great deterrent in itself as well. However, I'm a big fan of leaving your lights on at night. If you like the security tips that we're sharing today, we've actually got an ebook that's jammed full of security tips just like this. It's called our Home Security ebook. Go to store.itstactical.com and learn even more.